It's time to celebrate soulfully at Disney unless you're one specific race. And yes, this will not pass the reversal test. It might be the worst commercial Disney's ever done. Let's get into it.
It's time for a celebration
where Black culture takes center stage
and takes your taste buds on a journey.
It's time to move and groove
like there's a party in the bayou.
It's time to come out for the stars.
All the stars. And get immersed in a canvas of magic.
Let's celebrate Black culture at Walt Disney World Resort.
It's time to celebrate soulfully.
Before we go too far, my name is Casey. I have been a husband, father, therapist for more than 13 years, and my 4 kids deserve to grow up in a America where there is a future of faith, fatherhood, and freedom. If you can get behind that, please like on the way in. And I have been a psychologist and studying people throughout the therapeutic experience for more than a decade, and I know propaganda and subversive messaging when I see it, and that's what brought me to this Disney commercial today.
It's time for a celebration
where Black culture takes center stage
and takes your taste buds on a journey.
It's time to move and groove
like there's a party in the bayou.
This commercial is making a Potemkin village out of one specific group of people, and while I certainly don't speak for Black people, I do understand that when you put one group on full display, whether it's Black Americans or white Americans, and you say this is what they're about, you better be very careful when you depict them as dancing and having family dinners and doing, the first thing they couldn't wait to do was like bring out the drums, bring out the dancing. And while that might be a big immersive part of Black culture, when I've been to Africa 4 times, there certainly was great music and that was part of their culture. They're great. But this is characterizing a certain group of people a certain way, and so while I don't necessarily believe that it's wrong to depict someone's culture, it is wrong in the reversal of the depiction, because if you say that one group celebrates soulfully, you are implicitly saying that the soulfulness of other groups is at odds with this. And when you do not have celebratory months for your people coming from other regions of the world or other races, then you are implicitly saying, and of course Disney's almost explicitly saying, that this is the soulful group of people and all others be damned.
Come out for the stars.
All the stars. And get immersed in a canvas of magic.
They say that you should come out for the stars, and then they say all the stars, and then they depict this character in costume that no one probably has any idea who it is. And I want you to notice one thing very specifically. All the stars do not include one white one, and I'm not saying that they need to include that for me to feel good about myself or anything like that, but they're certainly doing it in reverse. So all the stars are invited, all the stars that you can come celebrate, unless they're of any other race.
And get immersed in a canvas of magic.
Let's celebrate Black culture at Walt Disney World Resort.
It's time to celebrate soulfully.
They say it's time to celebrate Black culture at Disney, and of course, I have no problem celebrating other cultures. I, in fact, find that to be exceedingly interesting. However, imagine if the roles were reversed. I know we always do this as conservatives, where we just say, what if it were reversed? Well, in this instance, it is exceedingly racist to remove one ethnicity and place another one in there, because if they said, let's go celebrate any culture, would probably be within bounds except for white culture. Let's be real. What if they said things like, come celebrate heritage at Disney, and they depicted white people? What if they said, come celebrate things like being authentic, and they showed white people only? This is they are saying the expression is soulful. This celebration is soulful. This celebration is authentic. This celebration is joyful and meaningful. There are no parallel celebrations. There are no white people. There are no shared traditions with anyone other than this specific ethnicity. There's no universal human moments across cultures. This is a natural law problem. You don't elevate the expression as morally exemplary without implicitly downgrading others. And the ad strikes an emotional cue because of the music it picks, saxophone music. It's chosen to bypass analysis. It's very, it's on brand for that ethnicity without necessarily speaking. It's above reproach. They're trying to be above reproach. The rapid cuts of joyful sort of short circuit your ability in your brain to discern what they're actually saying underneath the messaging, and the warm lighting implying moral goodness here. It's persuasive and it's coercive through sentiment, and it requires a reasoned appeal, and we have to be able to reverse this situation and apply it to other ethnicities without it necessarily being exclusive, and in its exclusivity it ultimately being racist. The ad does not say here is one way people celebrate. It says this is what soulful celebration should be. Once you define virtue without universality, it is no longer virtue. You are ranking, and we of course know that Disney has wanted to rank this ethnicity of people above others in this commercial. Natural law rejects this outright, and human dignity is shared, not branded. Classic Disney ads invite viewers in. You're not asked to join, you're asked to observe, you're asked to affirm in this ad. And it's affirmation from a distance, and it creates performers and spectators. The performers being the ethnicity in question, the spectators being everyone else. Approved joy and passive consent, applause instead of community and communion. Celebration that cannot be participated in universally ceases to be celebration and becomes a virtue signal. This is the moral kill shot, however. If you tried to reverse it, it would be blasted exceedingly, and Disney would be canceled. Even if you used the same tone, same framing, same exclusivity, but you replaced it with white people or whiteness, the great moral curse of the Western world. Would Disney air that? No. And everyone knows it, which proves the principle is not moral, it's conditional. Natural law is brutally simple here. If a rule cannot be applied equally, the rule is a power grab, not an actual definition. This true celebration unites people. This ad segments people most obviously. True celebration expands the circle. This one defines who is in the spotlight. True celebration survives scrutiny. This one depends on emotional insulation. Calling this a celebration is a category error. It is an ideological affirmation wrapped in festivity. It's offensive because of this. It practices moral partiality, it uses emotion to suppress critique, it defines virtue without universality, it creates spectators instead of participants, and it fails the basic natural law test of reversal. Reverse the races, it would be deeply racist in our modern terms. So the problem isn't race, it's disorder in this case. And what cannot be shared equally cannot unite us. What collapses under reversal cannot be moral. And what requires emotional shielding is not truth, it's propaganda with a smile. And that's what you got from Disney here. It could be the worst commercial that Disney's ever put out, in my opinion. And if you would like more common sense critiques from a psychologist, from this midwestern midwit psychologist, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd love if we could do it together.